What's up, boys? Today we're going to be checking out the Deadzone Rogue 1.0 release, a co-op FPS roguelite where you slaughter hordes of robots and flesh monsters. At the start of a level, you can actually run around stealth and sort of choose where you want to start the fight, but I find in the multiplayer, people actually just kind of sprint in and start everything before you can really do that anyways. So, good to be prepared, I guess. But they added a ton of new content, lots of new maps, weapons, tons of item synergies. I believe they added 2 different elements to the weapons, so that'll bring the total up to 6 now. And each of those has 3 different proc effects. We started with the new psychic element, it looks like. 3.1% chance to trigger a psychic punch. Sounds interesting. So we got a shotgun, and there's actually a guide somewhere. Glossary. What do the... Well, he's waiting on me. I'm not gonna keep my teammate waiting. We'll just have to try and guess what the punch does based on what happens in here. If we ever see any procs off of it, at least. %, movement speed after taking damage, 20% grenade damage, 50% damage at full health. I guess we'll try that and hopefully stay at high health, I guess. Oh, we have to destroy a bunch of these shielded things around this map, I think. Gloves. I would like to try some elemental related stuff so we can really scale up the new elements and see what all they do, so we'll have to stay at long range for that. We'll definitely want something other than the shotgun to go with that. Melee weapons proc your other stuff. Melee weapons proc your other stuff. I guess we'll probably just take the elemental debuff. We definitely can't really do elemental with the long range things, so I don't think those really work. Anything cool in here? Ooh, plasma. That will at least work a bit better with the long range thing, so I guess I'll take that. Yeah, he's literally just sprinting in and firing as soon as he gets here. Even though you can run around in stealth and sort of see how you want to play the level. Ooh, balls. I mean, it looks cool. Don't know exactly what it does yet. Alright, can we check that thing real quick? Plasma... That doesn't tell me anything. Periodically damages enemies, applies flux, lowers their attack rate by 30%. 50% damage after your next weak point shot, 50% grenade against a single target. I guess stagger with the elemental debuff sort of makes sense with the thing we just got. I can do that, try and get a couple of headshots on him, and then we know they're all going to funnel through there. Jesus Christ, those guys are impossible to hit when there's spam rolling. I wonder, are you supposed to shoot at, like, the ground, maybe? To, like, lead them into the shots. Oh, that didn't pick up for some reason. Fire rate, reload when magazine's empty. That sounds fun for the proc stuff. So we have some... Come on, dude. There's like big guys all around the room and you're just charging in for no reason. So we need to deal with the shield guys. They'll be kind of a pain. Then I'm going to try and avoid all the hits from that guy and just pick off some guys on the outside for now. Toss a grenade at those whenever it's up. See if we can melee that guy. New primary weapon with nothing special. Try and grab all of our loot over here real quick. So there's the plasma perk, so I guess we will try that. The thing I'm concerned about is there's going to be so many different possible things you can get on the weapons now, it's probably going to be hard to find anything specific. Since before there were 4 elements, 3 different procs each, that would give you 12 different variations for every... What the heck? I have never seen that before.
What the hell was that? My brain felt like it was being hot-wired or something.
12 different possible variations for every weapon, and now that'll be 18, I think? So that is going to be very hard to find something specific now. I guess we're a ball lightning build now. That's actually pretty cool. Reflected damage, I don't think so. Quality upgraded the fabricator, damage to melee. That's actually a global boost, so that's not terrible. That would make it slightly easier to find something once you have a lot of money to constantly do that. I think I'm fine with that. The rarity of items that drop will go up as you progress, so eventually you'll be finding a lot of pretty high rarity stuff anyways. Oh, we got a blue there. I think that was a frost thing, so not super useful with the plasma. Yeah, it looks like some sort of frost effect on that. Other orbs restore shield, reload speed, and damage reduction. That could be helpful. Damage for each elemental debuff. Ooh, that's pretty good in multiplayer. I think you can have up to 3 people, so not the maximum value, but I think that's quite good. Although, I guess people will most likely be going for the 2 new elements like I'm doing as well. Toss a grenade at that one, and then we have an unshielded guy over there. This room is so annoying. So shield, 1 companion bot. Oh, that's new. Actually, gun damage. Reload speed and spread, minus recoil and damage fall off. Well, may as well try out the new stuff, especially since we're trying to proc as much stuff as possible. That kind of fits with the long range stuff. Like, I'm not even in the room and he's already pulling stuff. Ooh, green gloves. For some reason, it's not picking them up right as I'm going over them. Ooh, blue gloves. Wait, that still didn't pick up? I wonder if the host is, like, on the opposite side of the world of me and I'm lagging or something. It is very hard to pick up items for some reason. Weapon damage, killing an enemy refills your unequipped magazine. I would like to get a survivability thing if I can. But the health one is the best, so I guess we'll have to take shield since that's the only thing here. Weapon damage, unequipped magazine. Yeah, I should probably have one of them so we just don't get one shot later on. Weapons fire a smart rocket every 6 seconds. Inherits the qualities of your grenade. That sounds pretty cool. That actually isn't bad now that we have the shielding thing. Yeah, that probably makes a lot of sense here. It'll be easier to stay at full health. And then... oh, I was wondering why it looks like that. Plasma Seeker. I kind of want to grab that just because it's plasma and see how that works. We are going to lose the blue weapon, but sacrifices must be made for science.
Reminds me of the cargo level down here. Ah, the good old days.
Blue grenade, I guess so. Damage that breaks shields does not affect your health. That's actually not bad. New points with an elemental debuff, damage, movement speed while aiming. I guess we could try that out actually. These are all decent. Yeah, sure, why not? Pretty big stat bonus. Oh, you're still really slow while aiming. I thought it would be a bit faster with 35%. What all do we have? Nope. Singularity is void damage, and then that's fire. Movement speed after dashing, that's pretty nice. Melee damage isn't really going to work here. Dash and grenade cooldown per crit, that's pretty nice as well. 50% is a lot. You can keep that up almost permanently. I think I like that. A lot of people below. He's instantly pulling everything again. Try and pick off some of the range guys first. Oh, there's a big turret over there. I do still wish you would collect all of the resources automatically. Kind of annoying you have to run around collecting those, especially in multiplayer. Doesn't really matter there. So these are secondary perks. Plasma damage, fire rate, reloads. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Oh, aim down sights movement speed. Okay, that sounds interesting, now that we already have the other aiming thing. I'm still extremely slow, even with 2 movement speed bonuses to it. Grenade, consume shields. Oh, that's actually pretty nice. Ooh, proc chance. Okay, I'm taking that. More plasma. And then I guess we'll upgrade this thing. It's not bad. We got increased proc chance. Ooh, very nice. Here's something dangerous over there. Fire rate after reloading, that's not bad. Damage resistance at being on full shields, those are all pretty nice. I guess probably crit chance or reloads. Either or, that'll help us proc elemental stuff a bit more, I think. Some purple gloves, blue helmets. Nade cooldown. Ooh, shields. I like that for the shield build, I think. Good to take some survivability every once in a while. Most of the upgrades are purely damage related. What the heck? Freeze and elemental proc. That actually could be pretty useful. Pretty high chance of instantly freezing everything when we need to grenades. Collect incoming damage. Flux target releases 2 energy orbs. That sounds interesting. Additional 2 seconds. Chance to spread. Ooh, that sounds pretty cool. Smart rockets. Consume shields. Ooh, primary weapon procs your melee weapons at 100% chance? That sounds awesome.
Am I losing my goddamn mind?
It doesn't do anything yet, but it will eventually let us have like a second plasma effect for it. So we can have 2 different ones going at the same time. That'll be pretty cool. Oh, we do have a Plasma Seeker on that. Okay, we can grab that and start using it, actually. That was primary, right? Yeah. Not bad. Yeah, I think I like that. Try and pop the shield with a grenade. Ooh, a plasma grenade, I guess so. Freeze was pretty nice though. Plasma ball for the secondary. Already have blue there. Voids, what is that? Ooh, purple chest. After taking damage. Ooh, 100% more powerful? So that'll allow us to get an extremely high attack speed slow, I guess? Maybe not the greatest, but still interesting for the build, I suppose. Oh, we got some big little mini bosses there. Just going to dash on cooldown, keep the speed buff going, I think. That's voids. Reflect damage and attacks cooldowns are reduced and kills restore 2 shields. Ooh, fire rate reload, let's grab that. You really instantly pull a mini boss, man? Why do people do this? Proc chance to the ball and the seeker. Yup. Secondary weapons. I guess that won't really help a ton. 100% damage resistance is quite a bit. I guess we'll grab some crit damage here on weak points. Plasma ball in the secondary. I don't think those will do a ton. We mainly just want the proc thing for the item that goes with that.
Something down there has the answers I need. A path back to my body. A way to save the remaining colonists. Okay. Who are you? How are you in my head? And for the record, I don't comprehend shit about anything going on this ship.
Ooh, elemental damage. Nope. Stagger on weak points is not bad. 3% damage for every scrap or tech picked up. Yes, we'll try that. That'll also make it less annoying to grab all that stuff since I think they added some more meta progression levels. Chance under 50%. Elemental damage killing an enemy. Ooh, proc chance. That sounds fun.
I need to stop this from happening while there's still some colonists left.
Ooh, proc chance. That's not bad. Ooh, magazine size, recoil. Yeah, that's pretty solid. How are we looking on here now? 2 out of 3 there, and all 3 for the plasma. Each bullet missing. That's pretty solid. The slain targets. After reloading, we do actually fire pretty fast. I feel like that's pretty good. Sure. I should have actually checked here. We could get an epic there. Tiny magazine size though. I think that's some sort of sniper. We're probably not going to use that. We just want the fast attack speed. Oh yeah, those things, like, mind control you. They're super annoying. Oh no, he has balls too. Singularity, that's void. Damage to enemies beyond 10 meters. That's pretty good. All of these are. But that makes sense with the long range thing. That one, yeah. Magazine capacity is kind of nice. We could also just get absolutely sane reload speed, so that thing we just took will be constantly active. That actually sounds pretty cool. I'll just need to make sure to always fully dump it instead of manually reloading now. This is the level that really would have benefited from taking a little bit of time to repair, instead of just instantly aggroing everything. Shields are intact, cooldowns are reduced. Ooh, more reload speed and consecutive hits. Wait, you can have piercing and ricochet? Interesting. Okay, that sounds cool. Melee, no. Grenade explode twice. We actually want to reload now, so I guess that's fine. Plasma Seeker secondary. Nah. Not gonna be using that a lot anyways. Let's see, we have a ton of money, may as well get all of these. Plasma Seeker, that's fine. Start crit damage. Not really going to do a ton with those, I think. Got some legendary gloves, not bad. Taking damage, melee, that's not bad. 50% damage on the grenade. I do need to throw those out a bit more for the proc chance anyways. Ooh, proc chance. And shields, sure. Pretty good combo for us. Ooh, movement reload fire rates. That sounds cool. I have no idea what's happening. Oh, I'm standing on things that spawn them. Okay. That was not a good place to be. I just suddenly went flying. Ooh, proc chance. Yup. Ignite. Grenade over there. Danger. I think that's the end, and that's the same slot I have anyways. Wait, that was a lot of movement speed, wasn't it? 24%? I didn't even know you could get that much on a single item. I don't even know if I need any of these.
Talon 13-4. Looks just like my ship. What the... is this... Oh, great. Another teleporter.
So now we can head back to the ship and I can show you what my meta progression looks like in this game. So I'm pretty sure I had the tech maxed out before the patch, because that's what lets you level up all of the other meta progression. So I think they added 3 levels onto everything. I think I put one more right after the patch dropped. So I always keep that one maxed out so we can level up the other stuff faster. A lot of them were pretty low still though, but it's not too bad overall. Probably about 70-80% of the way done. Elemental damage is nice. Ooh, we were missing a lot of proc chance. A little bit there. Bit of primary damage. Sprint speed's pretty nice. A lot of drop rate on that. Some weapon damage is good. Grenade cooldown. Then over here, I think this page is actually mostly maxed out. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.